tail wagging like Oregon Trail, waiting on you to come through just like you do. Well,
I think I made it. I think I made it, cause I'm always smiling and you're the reason now. Girl, I can't explain it. It's all
tell you twice, I'm a thief for the night. I did some wrong, but I'm always right. So I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night. Look, if I call you babe, you babe for the day, or babe for the night. You not my wife. She wanna kill her, so fuck all night. I wanna fuck on her thigh, give me head all night. AP, big rocks, in the hood with the realest. 5K on the dinner, bring 300 down to the dealer. I did some wrong, but I'm always right. Said I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night.
I'm rich, but I'm riding. I'm low on this Zydeco. I'm about to fly out and go get me some. Nothing ain't sweet. All this money on me. On the rats in the bag, that's 100 bun. Baby OG, I've been running these streets. Got a game from the shine on my mama's son. Learned about the triple cross when I was young, and I know I ain't going, so I keep a gun. I flew to Paris just to buy some Dior. She begging for attention, I don't see her. CIP pop, I wish that you can see us. Me and Cash Plus whenever I go real. I got some niggas in the street won't beat me. I got the industry trying to beat me. I just go Ray Charles, they can't see me. I'm in a Rolls Royce with a Remy.
But I'm always right. So I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night.
Yeah, like a thief in the night. I pull up, give a deep for the night. Tryna fuck in the VSI. We can't fuck up my seats cause they white. I'm living like Thriller, I only come out at the nighttime. She don't fuck with liquor, don't like being tipsy. She don't do the Henny, just white wine. Pop the cork on some new Pinot Grigio. I pull up in the Porsche with a freaky hoe. Park the Porsche and pull up in the Lambo. I hop out, Major Payne, rockin' camo. Think she cute, make a fuck, let a man go. Like to shoot, light you up, bitch, I'm Rambo. Cuban link full of rocks, it's a choke. Rest in peace to the pop, make me smoke.
I did some wrong, but I'm always right. So I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night.
We back with Studies Reboot 2.0. DK, the moderator creator.
It's JaieBoo taking and breaking hearts, you heard me?
Here we go, Studies back on the block.
DK, what is Studies?
Man, Studies is a lifestyle. On the show, we gonna talk about every topic down from the highs to the lows, and there's no topic off the table.
When we airing, DK?
We gonna do this every Friday, 9 to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. What we do? Lacing up the community one stud at a time.
One stud at a time.
Jump in.
Yo, what's up, people? Studies back in the building. You know me, I'm DK, the moderator creator, and we have my new co-host. This is gonna be the fly of the fly, the best of the best right here. This is the top of the crop right here. We got JaieBoo in the building.
What's good? What's good? It's JaieBoo, you know, taking and breaking hearts. You hear me?
Look at that, everybody screaming for you. Look at that, a little fan club. Look at her, got a fan club going, yo. You know what I'm saying? You know, we've did studies before in the past, you know, and things like we coming back. This is the Reboot 2.0. You know what studies is about. It's a lifestyle. This is about opening up doors. This is about talking about conversations that are taboo. You know what I'm saying? There's no conversation off the table that we will not talk about. We all know this. I feel like if we have a fear of communication of things, it brings about a problem, and it's things that keep carrying on, which is something that we're going to talk about today. But before we get into the topic of the day, I want to, you know, you got JaieBoo right here, but I want to go into JaieBoo a little bit and let her introduce herself. You know what I'm saying? Give her the mic for a little bit.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm JaieBoo. That's JaieBoo.
You gotta spell it for y'all out
You know,
there.
y'all can follow me on all social sites at JaieBoo. I got them all: Twitter, Snapchat, IG, Facebook. So I met DK. What? About a year?
About a year ago.
About a year ago in Dallas at the club. We was at what? We was at Stripes.
Stripes. We was at Stripes.
We was at Stripes, and I ain't gonna even lie to you. You know, I was there with a little boo thing, and I thought DK was trying to take her from me. I thought she was trying to take her from me. She came, she approached me and was like, "Hey, you know, your girl, you know, I can put her in some modeling and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Man, you just wanna, you know what I'm saying? You just trying to get my girl, man. You know." But you know, she respect the game. You know, she came and talked to me and asked me, you know, if she didn't mind and everything like that. And we've been tight ever since. So I'm here, and we doing this. So now,
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
See, there's always a code in the club. If you don't know if that person's with somebody and stuff like that, you respect. You don't just approach. Even if it was a business tip, it was nothing extra because I was actually there with somebody else myself. So it wasn't anything extra. But it's always a respect thing. You don't know who she with. You don't want to, you know, make a beeline directly for her, make it look like it's something that it's not. So you respect the relationship, and you ask that you go to the stud or you go to the partner and you say, "Hey, I just wanted to talk to you about," and that's how we talk even afterwards. Never communicated with a friend or whatever. Always went through her. It was a respect thing automatically. I do my stuff respectfully. Okay, I don't do the back door thing. I don't do that. But yeah, we've been cool ever since. You know, she supported studies even before she got on there. And I thought about it, and I was like, yo, I want to get this back up, but I want a little flavor. I want a little difference to it. So I hit JaieBoo up and I said, yeah, why don't you? Are you interested in doing that? I want another co-host. I want you to be on there. JaieBoo gives a different aspect of things. She has that lifestyle. She has that youth, and she's out there and things like that. Where I'm limited. I'm 40. I ain't gonna even lie to you. There's just some things that I'm just like, I gotta go to bed early. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I want another perspective on things, and I want somebody that's gonna be vocal. And even though she quiet, don't get it twisted. She quiet. She seem quiet, but she gonna tell me some things, and she gonna read me my rights and things like that if I step out of line. And that's what I need. And I think that's what we all need, is somebody that's gonna step in. That's, to me, is a true friendship. You know what I'm saying? If you don't tell me my breast thing, you gonna let me go out there in the club like that? Think I'm really going up to some female, and then she like, ooh, your breast. You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't tell me that as my friend, yo?
Right.
Let's talk about this at home. Let's talk about this at the table. Let's open it up for discussion. So that's what I like about it. And I feel like she gonna give it to me. I'm gonna give and take. But at the end of the day, when we leave this table, there's another type of respect for it. You know what? I respect her opinion. She respects mine. At the end of the day, love you too. And we go on about our business. That's just how it goes.
We here
for it. Okay. Now, JaieBoo, anything else you want to let people know, about yourself? Or we,
I'm gonna let the people ask. If y'all got questions, y'all can ask me. You know, if y'all want to know something, ask me. You know, I'm from Houston. Texas, born and raised. Other than that, if y'all got a question, hit me up.
What part of Houston? Born and raised. What part of Houston?
North side.
North side. Okay, we from the north side. I just want to let y'all know I ain't trying to talk about no other body's side or anything like that. But I'm from that north as well. Specifically, that 4 acres homes represent for all my people out there.
Oh,
don't do me.
Did you say acres homes? I'm Studewood, baby.
Oh,
you know
man,
what I'm saying?
that's what I'm talking. See, I didn't even know that about my Studewood. See. That's why, I knew I loved this person that had that aura right there. That north side connection is what it's about. Acres Home and Studewood right there.
Yeah.
What, over there, Booker T?
That was my high school, HSCP, Engineering Professions.
See, I went to Wall Trip.
Really?
Wall Trip, yeah. Went to Wall Trip. I was a Ram, you know what I'm saying? So,
Wall
yeah.
Trip was a good school.
Yeah. You see how she said that, though? It's a good school.
I almost went to Wall Trip, but, I was in a band. I was the drummer.
You was
Yeah,
Oh,
I,
you-
was the drum. I played the snare drum, and then I went to the cymbal. So Booker T is where it's at. When it
Oh
comes
yeah,
to the band,
if
so.
it's not Booker T, it's Willow Ridge. You know, so automatically on the
Yeah,
south
Willow
is
Ridge
Willow
is
Ridge,
lit.
on the north is Booker T. Automatically. Yeah, Waltrip, I was in the band over there too. I played the sax, the alto sax.
Oh, well,
See, I was
y'all
over there.
think
Yes.
I'm smooth? She's smooth. She on the sax. You
On
know what I'm
that.
saying? I'm a drummer.
Yes, I had that first chair in middle school for Whitney Houston's "I'll Always Love You." I'm gonna put that out there for you, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave that alone though. Don't ask me to play it now though. I know the D is the 6 keys all together. I remember that one, but yeah.
She read music, y'all. She can read it.
Oh, I can read a little bit. You know what, with JaieBoo, I just want to say to you, I'm glad that you took the offer and you came and joined the team. This is going to be a whirlwind, fun-fledged type of environment. It's always no holds barred, and I'm glad you here. My fans, everybody, Studdish fans, not my fans, it's Studdish fans. It's JaieBoo and DK fans out there. Now, JaieBoo, real quick before we go into the topic, I want to ask you, what's your tagline? JaieBoo what?
Oh, you got to do me like that. So check it out. My tagline is JaieBoo, taking and breaking hearts. You know. We gonna go with that for now.
We gonna go with that for now.
But you know, I probably should have changed it to JaieBoo Too Smooth. But we
It's-
gonna
it-
go with JaieBoo.
It's all the same thing, y'all. It's all the same thing. You see how she talking? See, it's that quiet storm mixed in with that comedy. You know what I'm saying? I'm that person that on Fresh Prince, they say, you know, like when Will, I don't know if see, I'm old school. I'm finna bring an old show up, but like when Will asked Lisa. You know, what would you think of me? Suave, debonair, you know, and she was like, goofy. That's me. That's me. I'm that one you're gonna be like, she goofy. And you got JaieBoo over there talking about suave and debonair. She got that smooth, quiet storm type voice. Oh, she making love to the mic and things. Yeah. Let me holler at y'all real quick.
Show name.
Like, trying to show you right. All right, Barry. Okay. Well, I want you guys to welcome. Like I said, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for
join the
having
team.
me. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it, man.
I
This is gonna be
appreciate the opportunity for sure.
man. We got so much fun to do and so much things to tackle. And I just wanted to say before we get into the topic, you know, the thing about it being the first, you know what I'm saying? You kind of want to look at things and be like, what's gonna be that first topic that's gonna set that tone for everything, you know? And it was weighing on me. I had a lot of people telling me, well, you should do this, you should do that. You know, to me, things are so generic and stuff like that. It's like typical conversation, you know. So I asked JaieBoo, you know what I'm saying? Because look, this is something to me. Studdish was bred from an event that happened in my life or whatever, going through with somebody else. It don't matter. I went to her because I was like, yo, you know, what you think? I don't know. God just led me to ask her, like, what she thought. And she gave me, like, one morning, I just woke up. I got a text message with 2 things, boom, boom. And I was like, And at first, when I was like, you know what? I like that. I said, let me put a little niche onto it. Let me specify onto it. And it was like perfect for this moment. It's first for the topic. It's not like we just knocking lightly, we just kicking down doors and coming in. And so this is what this topic is for us today. And here I go. I'm got to say, before we get started, I wanted to say a little something because, you know, Supreme Court Justice Ruth passed away, you know. Just on another topic real quick, pay my respects. This woman paved the way for so many things, so many women out there. And it wasn't just women, it was women of color, women of different walks of life, different religions, you know, whatever. She opens up so many doors that she knew that it was going to be like a domino effect. She knew once that door opened for women, it was going to bring like a flood of other people that say, hey, we don't want to be discriminated upon either. And she knew that was going to happen. And she opened that door, and I say rest in peace to Ruth, RBG, what they call it, notorious RBG, you know. I wanted to say real quick, off the top, a little quote that she had, one of her famous quotes that she did at an interview in 2013. She said, I see my advocacy as part of an effort to make the equality principle everything that founders would have wanted it to be if they weren't held back by the society in which they lived, and particularly the shame of slavery. I don't think my efforts would have succeeded had it not been for the women's movement that was reviving in the United States and more or less all over the world at the time. So like I said, she was opening up doors that opened up a door for women, but it was a floodgate, and she knew it was going to be. So I wanted to say rest in peace to RBG. The movement still stands. I also wanted to say to, rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. Justice is not served as of yet, but the fight still continues. And this is what I say to you people. It's not about party lines. It's about people. It's not about corporations. It's about community. When we start putting those little stigmas aside to what separates us and find a way to connect us at this point right now, it's about our lives. It's about our children's future. It's more important than anything that we could ever accomplish. So I say rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. Justice will be served one day. Trust and believe that. Rest in peace, Notorious RBG. I just wanted to get that off my chest real quick, JaieBoo,
R.I.P. Breonna Taylor.
Man. It's sad. I was having a little bit of trouble with that. I'm not even going to lie about it. It kind of hurt me a little bit for a couple of days because I was like, man, to me, it looks beyond, who it was, whatever. It's like that could be your sister. That could be your family. That could be somebody in your community like, oh, I just saw her the other day, I think that once we start looking at outside of what it is and start looking at it more internal, like what if situation, and have more compassion for the other side of things, I think we'll start opening the door to healing. So that could be a whole nother topic, but I ain't gonna get into that. But I just wanted to put that out there. So, but I do want to go into what we're going to talk about. Like I said, JaieBoo came up with this topic. I just kind of like specified it, a little bit. I wanted to talk today about generational curses, especially in our LGBTQ community. And you kind of wonder, like, how does that fit? How does that play together? When we think about generational curses, we think about something that was brought down the family line, what I'm saying? Like, the family has always been this way, carried on to the child, to the next. Right. In the LGBTQ community, we have that same thing, which has bred so many different aspects and so many different labels and so many different things that go on now. And I think that it came from a place where we put stigmas and stipulations on who we are or what this means or what that means. And if you don't fit in that box, then you automatically not in that box. You're excluded. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why I came up with the show. And I told JaieBoo this, that, I have my own way of thinking on things, you know what I'm saying? And somebody else came to the table in a conversation in the stud group. And she was like, well, I allowed this to happen. Does that make... And she was just looking for support. And long story short, my mother, I'm not going to lie, and I'm wrong for this, but my mother was like, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I didn't say anything. I just was like, I hearted it and just went on. But then some older stud went in on her. And like man, if it was me, I mean, I would feel broken. I'm looking for support. I'm looking for somebody to have my back. And then you come at me like that, it just kind of was like, man, like, I wish you wouldn't have said anything at all. You probably broke that child's spirit. I think she was like 20 at the time, and I had to be like 35 or something. And so I ended up going in on the older stud or whatever about, like, because, hey, wrong is wrong. You keep your opinion to yourself. Don't do anybody else like that. And that made me think about it. Sometimes we can't sit quietly and just be like, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's part of the problem, is when we sit quietly and allow stuff to continue and keep festering. This is where, those boxes are created. Where if you don't fit everything in this box, then you're excluded automatically, which isn't true. But now that we know, we have so many boxes and so many ranges of topics and things like that to talk about, and it's like, we're excluding. If you one track off, if you one thing off, okay, I got to make my own lane. Or I got to make another lane. We got so many lanes going on here right now because it all started from that moment that we decided this is what it means to be a stud. This is the box you in. If you not this, then then you don't belong here. And it bred so much exclusion. So, I mean, it just, to me, is something that we need to talk about and get past to healing to make sure that the future does not create and keep continuing that same stigma.
Right.
JaieBoo.
So for the generation that what we experiencing now is totally different than, you know, what we experienced before. So growing up, you know, for me, I came out at what? I was in 10th grade, and I was always a tomboy, you know, and eventually I was like, you know, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to be a stud, you know?
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to talk to somebody about it. You know what I mean? And I couldn't, you know, I was judged, and everybody had something to say. You a bull dagger, you know, butch, all that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But the difference we got now, you know, we got people that's coming out, but they're able to talk to people,
Right.
you know, to get guidance and counseling and things like that, which I wish I would have had back then, but I didn't. And, you know, I experienced what I experienced, and I've learned from it, and now I could mentor and coach and counsel, you know, these other guys, other girls that's coming up.
Right.
How did you experience you coming out?
Pretty much worse than probably yours. You know,
Worse?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, you know, it was like, yeah, it's kind of like that. You know, you either a tomboy or you a bull dagger. That's what it was. So you didn't want to be known as a bull dagger because it was like that was like the worst of the worst.
Yeah, that was, and then dyke. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah,
man.
it was just
get
like
out of here.
Yeah, I was like, I'll be a tomboy for 500, Alex. I'm gonna be a tomboy, you know. But one thing about my mom and I, like, we had an open relationship, but I kept it hidden. And I was like, and I remember telling her one day, I said, Mom, because one of the white girls I went to school with, college with, she called me up and was like, yo, such and such is gonna go tell her parents that she gay. I'm like, why she want to? They already know she gay. Why she want to go do that? You know what I'm saying? They already know. They don't want to know. You know.
Yeah.
And so I go tell my mom. I'm like, Mom, I said, let me tell you what. And I did say this. Excuse me. I said, let me tell you what these white folks are talking about over here at school. Blah blah blah. And she was like, well, I'm gonna want to know. Are you gay? She didn't expect me. Once again, we have an open and honest relationship. I chose not to have them conversations. I was like, dang. I said, Mom, I actually am gay. And she just eyes got wide, and she didn't say anything else the rest of the night. Only thing I heard from her lady was like, are you hungry? That's it. That was it. Like, the conversation was there. Wow. She didn't want, I'm like, see, nobody wants to know. You don't want to know. But you thought I was going to give you a different answer, but I'm open and honest with you. I didn't want to have to tell you, but I told you. But I didn't come to grips with that until later on. Like, I knew all along something was different about me. But because that negative connotation was out about it, you didn't want to be like, hey, this is me. You know, that ain't me. I don't want my mama not to like me or my family to disown me and, you know, shun me. So I just take this tomboy and pretend, you know, and stuff like that. But that was just never me. You know what I'm saying? It took me, I was well in my 20s. Well in my 20s.
So when did you know that you was a stud? So when was the day you was like, you know what? I'm gay, but I'm also a stud. I'm not a femme. I'm not whatever else they got, no labels or whatever.
Right.
When did you know you was stud? Or how do you define stud?
You know, that's another thing with stud that it's been boxed so pretty or so masculine for so long. I usually leave it to the person. For me, it's just that role that I play in my relationship. I'm still a woman. Don't get it wrong. I don't want to be a man. It's just in my role of being with the woman that I'm with is I just catered her. She's my queen. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to treat you as. That's how that goes. You know, I want to cater to you just as much as you want to cater to me. It's just that role. It's not anything.
So you feel like being a stud is pretty much like a male role. You want to...
I saw, you know, well, yeah, not being a man, but in that role.
The role, okay.
That protector. Because I saw my father in with my mother. And I think that's another thing too. When you think of a stud, you think of them as a dominating, you think of this, that, or whatever. It's not so much about that. I look at how my father was with my mother. Mm-hmm. My father cooked a lot of the times because he could cook. He liked watching the cooking shows. Mm-hmm. But he was also the one that did the handy stuff, or what as far as like working on the cars, make sure the cars was washed. If she need to go out of town, he drove her. You know, it was like almost like that gentleman type of aspect of life. Mm-hmm. But as far as electrical work, yo, my mom did that. My dad is like, yo, I ain't touching that. And that's how I am. I'm not touching no, anything that's, it ain't me. We can call somebody, though. We can call somebody. We can call the plumber. We can do that. I get on the bat phone. You know, that's me. But it's not like the traditional. It's like what is comfortable in your relationship. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What is it that balance you guys? I think this, and I was talking to the radio. I call it a boss, and she was like, you know, I don't like labels, you know, at all. That's the thing, is because we have that. She was like, well, because if my husband's not there to take out the trash, then I have that's fine. But I think that's the whole problem with that label of being a stud in a period, like, or being the man or being whatever, is that you give it that negative, like, okay, well, I got to be in control of this finances and stuff, and you just take care of the house and the kids. That's not what it's about. It is a partnership. It's however you want to lead your household. If she's better at money, hey, look, I'll be the first one to tell you, hey, the kids get whatever they want. I ain't going to even lie to you. I'm a sucker. Okay, so you might want to handle the banking, okay? If you want to do the whole house in pink, I don't give a darn. That's why I don't want to take the time to decorate it. Oh, you need the car fixed or whatever? Look, I'm going to go take it to the mechanic. Don't even worry about it. Just certain things, like, you know, having a woman going out, having my lady, I was like that, go out and get gas early in the morning or late at night. If I'm there, I'm going to do it.
Right.
You know? But if I'm not, that's fine. You doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of like, it's just the roles that's in your relationship. That's what defines to me as a stud-femme relationship, or a stud or a femme, or whatever relationship. You no label is defined by whatever you want it to be. And I think that we have, like I said, you know, the negative connotation, like studs. What do you remember, like, from TVs when you look at studs, or which was bulldaggers and dykes? But you saw a white girl with a mullet, you know what I'm saying? Or you saw a black woman with a buzz cut, you know what I'm saying? She was like, huh. That's what you thought. And you like, that ain't me, in a sense. You know, that ain't, where do I fit? You know what I'm saying? But because of that negative, because of that is what society looked at, or whatever, that's what a stud, or that's what that was. You know, that's exactly where it kind of carried on to now. I'm here to break that. So as we breaking that, we're going to break to break is what we're going to do. But I want you guys to tap in with us, calling us, want to check it with us at fbrn.us. Studish is the podcast. Facebook Live, you see us on there. You know what? I don't even know the phone number.
We need the number.
Man.
Y'all want to ask questions? We need the number. We gonna get the number, and we gonna get it to y'all.
Hit me with the questions on Facebook Live. I'm gonna get our phone number for us. But if you have anything, please hit us up. Question me, inbox, whatever. We're gonna take a break real quick right now, and we'll be back.
She wanna whoop. She wanna with the whoop.
Welcome back, Studish. If you just tuning in, this is your first time ever hearing the show and you wondering like, what is going on? This is Studish. This is a platform for us to talk about every topic in our community, especially for studs, of course, but it's not limited. So we here to talk, we here, what I say, kicking down doors, taking names, talking about everything that's taboo, everything that's uncomfortable, because we need to make things, I guess, bridge that gap between us and things like that. We need to make things better. We can't heal if we scared of the wound we have. You know, we got to open it up, express ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Express it to somebody else. We don't know if the other person is feeling the same way or going through the same things.
Right.
So before we was unprepared, we didn't have a phone number, so let me just shout that phone number out to y'all. And don't talk about my handwriting, okay? It's 214-431-5032. Tap in with us. You have any questions or you want to add anything to the topic, you want to put your little piece out there. I had a couple people on the live, you know, one of my good friends, Janice, was like, you know, she knew she was a stud. It was a mentality thing to her. She knew when she put that clothes on or whatever that was her. You know, it's the mental thing. And that's usually what it is. It's like you kind of try to find your fit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you going shoe shopping. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You put them J's on. You're like, okay, I like this color. I don't know about this. But you put on them shoes with the right, you're like, ooh, with the right outfit. Ooh, that be clean. You be like, I got this. It's that fit. It what fits for you. Right. And that's the thing. I think, like I said, the whole generational curse is, we said in the beginning, hey, only thing you can wear is Reeboks. You didn't fit them Reebok pumps or whatever, then you wasn't a stud. So the Reebok, and so people branched out and were like, if I can't fit in the Reeboks, then I'm gonna go to Converse. So Converse got together and they got a group and said, okay, this is us. Then they became exclusive. They said, you don't fit all these numbers, then you got to be gone. Okay, well then all of a sudden Nike comes up. Then you got Puma. You got so many different labels, so many different things popped up because of that exclusion. Because if you don't fit everything in that box, where it is, like I said to you, had we known then what we know now, there would never be a box. That's just like them saying to us, you a woman, this is how you supposed to act. You go to church, you better wear a dress. You ain't wearing no pants. You wearing a slip. I'm old school. You wearing a slip and them patent leather shoes with them buckles on. Oh, man, don't get me going on that. But that was the stipulation. You had to do that.
The lace socks.
Oh, man, don't forget, man. And the pantyhose where just, oh, my, let's not even go there. And then, like, you got the 27. Them women still wearing them 27 pieces. Don't do them. Don't do them JaieBoo. Don't do them.
They cute with they 27 pieces. I ain't finna do nothing.
Man, you see my prom picture's up on Facebook, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to you. My prom picture is up there, and I look so uncomfortable. I did that for my family people, but the dude I'm in the picture with, he gay, and I'm gay too. Okay, and I'm like, I should be wearing his tux. He should be wearing my dress. That's exactly what I felt like. Like I felt like.
You know what? For me, I wore tux for my prom. See. I was like, you know,
I wish I could have.
Look, when I was in high school, when I got to my junior and senior year, I was already working. You know, I had a job and everything, so it was like, Mama, you know, I love you, but you ain't got to pay for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you ain't even. I'm not gonna ask you to go take me shopping. I'm gonna go do my own thing. So you know, I had the money to go get my tux, and I had my girl, and we went and got her dress and everything. I went to my prom in my little Stacey Adams, you know.
I had the Stacey Adams.
I had everything
with the vest on.
Had the black with the red in the inside. You know what? If I can find a picture, I will post. Matter of fact, Alicia, Y'all got a picture? I probably do.
Post that.
Post that picture. I'm gonna post.
You can go on my Facebook and see mine, and it's like my hair got the little swoop and things.
Man, I don't know if I want to see that, man.
But
I'm gonna check it out.
Check it out. Check it out. I'm not ashamed. I did that for my mom. Rest in peace to my mother. I did that for you. I did that for her. She knew that, cause there was no way I. My mother had my aunt. I used to do the spike hair thing. I had like all the boy clothes on. My mother had my aunt come up to the school. Cause she was like, do something with your hair. At least put it in a ponytail or something. I'm like, nah, I don't do all that, Mama. Good. I got called to the principal's office. They said something, you gotta come to the principal's office. Now I left pre-calculus with my spiked hair. When I came back to pre-calculus, I had the finger wave. I had the gel dripping on the white tee. She just slicked my whole head down. And I was like, went back. And I thought it was funny. Like, people was like, oh, my gosh, you're not embarrassed. I thought it was funny. I was like, my mama play too much. How you going to have my ghetto aunt come up here? And you know how that's the first thing. The brown gel is where it is, people. She slicked it down. And I had a white tee on. And it like the gel was dripping on. I had to have my friends. Now, this is my group of friends back in high school. They was white, black, Hispanic, different religions or whatever. They was literally in the bathroom helping me wash out the gel because it was still dripping. I was just like, yo, I can't go to English class looking like this. I had a crush in there, so I was like, can't go up in there looking like that with the gel dripping. Like, what's that brown stuff on your shoulder? Hey, couldn't do that. But the things I do for my mother, so I did wear a dress for prom, but it was the most. I even asked the dude out. I said, Miguel, you want to go to prom? That's how I did it. He was he's like, okay, yeah. We went to prom.
Was he openly gay too? Or
no,
he wasn't open? Okay.
No, the guy that I went with, he wasn't gay. But the guy I took the picture with, he was
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, by the end of the night, we had dropped Miguel off. He had got drunk. We got him drunk or whatever, and we dropped him off on his family porch and knocked on the door and ran. We booked out, and that was it. And I ended up spending the night at a hotel with a female. So I was like, okay, cool. Wore the dress. Y'all saw me look nice. Oh, y'all look so cute.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the night, it was boom. It was done. Mom didn't have to know anything. What happened after that? But like I said, it goes back to being comfortable, you know what I'm saying, in your own skin. And at that time, I wasn't comfortable because I couldn't say anything. And I didn't have that support. And I didn't have that support for a long time until I was probably about to be 30. When my mother made a choice and she was just like, I don't agree with what you do, but I love you. You're my child. And so then she moved past it. Even before she died with her dementia, my cousin was playing with her and he was like, Dakota about to have some babies. And she was like, who about to have some babies? Mommy, I'm glad you know. Dakota ain't having no babies. You damn right. Excuse me. But she knew. My mom, like, don't play with my mom like that. She already know. You know what I'm saying? But because we put stipulations, we put boundaries on things, on what it means to be this, what it means to be that, that exclusion is what brings about the issues that we have now. You got older studs that are open to being who they are, but they don't know how to be open because they have been closed so long, and they don't even know who they are because they never had that connection to know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you making decisions about your life, but you don't even know if that's who you really are in a sense, or you can't even express why you feel that way because it's been closed up for so long.
Right.
So I had to get past that myself. So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, when did I know? And as I look back on it, I knew when I was little. I used to put my hand out the window. Don't judge me. Y'all out here, don't judge me. But I remember putting my hand out the window, and when the air hits it, it felt like breast. And so I loved doing that as a kid. Don't do me. I put that out. I put myself out there. But that's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? And I remember as a kid, like, I always gravitated toward women, especially like older women. Always like, man, he ain't gonna treat you right. I got you. Right. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? That's it. He don't know what he doing. I got you. I'm around women enough to know what it is, but I also see my father in this other aspect and things, and so I try to mesh them together the best way I could. So I lived and learned, but I mean, it would have went a lot smoother had I had somebody there, or had, like, I don't say guidelines, but like some people to explain some things to you, or you was freely to express yourself.
Right.
So I don't know, JaieBoo.
We got any old school studs out there that got any questions or want to put their input into anything? Y'all got the phone number. It's 214-431-5032. How did you come out? What did you experience? Are you currently still experiencing what you experienced? Y'all call us and let us know. But I do want to get on the fact of our generation now. For you guys that have kids and your kids are, I guess, in the LGBT community and not sure, but possibly, how do you talk to your kids now? Like, what do you say to them? How do you, with us, with 2020, what do you talk to them? Do you still love them? Do you tell them, what's wrong, what's right? Like, what are y'all doing as far as y'all kids? And I guess I could speak for myself as well. 'Cause, well, let me let y'all ask questions first before I bring up my situation. Have you experienced, niece, nephew, anything like that?
Before I say that, I leave talking about I'm gonna start putting my hand out the window. You know what? Don't judge me, but you'll feel it. You feel it. You feel it when you put your hand out the window and that air hit. But anyway, that's another story. But my ex that I was in a relationship, she had 2 kids. We were together for a while, and I claimed them as mine. I knew when I first met my son. I ain't gonna put him out there like that, but I knew when I first met my son, I knew that he was. And I even told her, I said, I'm not going to put that on him, but there's a possibility that he is. As the time went on, I became more and more protective of him. Like, I was like, yo, if you don't want to play sports, don't make him play sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. And he would be like, Papa, try to get me to play sports. But DK said, I don't have to play sports. You know? And that was it. I became more protective of him because I felt like people are going to be against him. I want him to be free to be who he is, no matter what. So for me, it was like that extra protection, like the protection that I didn't have growing up in the openness. I wanted him to be open in his right time to express himself and to say who he was. I didn't want to put that on him. I didn't want to say, this is you. I wanted him to make that decision for himself or feel what was more comfortable, but I wanted him to also know that I was there to support him. I had his back.
How old is he?
He'll be 19 in October. 19. Yeah. Okay. So he's been openly gay since he's about 15.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is that when you met him or?
No, he was in when I met him. He was like 8.
Okay, so you knew at 8.
Yeah, because he was just the way he was, and he reminded me so much of my cousin, and I was like, yo. I was like, there's a possibility, but you don't want to see. And that's another thing that we do. We don't want to put that like, oh, my child is gay or whatever. It could be just a feminine, dude or whatever. You not necessarily have to be. I want him to come to that decision and be open with that decision himself.
So do you let him know that, hey, if you are gay or if you think you may be gay, that it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more of a like. After growing up and older people with as my parents, it wasn't so much about the speaking it, telling it. It was about showing it. And so it was like, I love you and stuff like that, but I'm not going to openly have that conversation because you don't look like you want to talk about it. But I'm going to show you that I have it. Like I said, he was like, Papa said I need to play sports, but DK said I don't have to play sports, and I don't want to play sports. That because I'm going to be right there. I wish somebody would tell you finna do something that you don't want to do. Because I'm going to be right there. I'm going to put some hands on somebody. That's how I was. He knew he was protected. Either whichever way he went, didn't matter to me. I'm going to love you regardless, and that's all I needed you to know. So that's me. I guess that's my tactic on it, but a lot of people that, especially, and it's weird too, like, and I don't know, maybe you can attest to this, but in the lifestyle, some of us look as though like, oh, our child is about to be gay. What are they? Because once again, what we went through. Right. If your son is gay or your daughter's gay, you like, some people are like, ooh, okay, I don't know. I don't want my child to go through what I went through. I don't want them to be gay. Let me try to see if I can steer them another direction because I don't want them to go down that path that I went through. But not knowing that the only support system that they really need is at home. When you got that support at home, my mother used to always tell me, I used to be big, chunky, but you couldn't tell me nothing out there on the playground. You couldn't tell, you're like, oh, you ugly, pfft, whatever. You know, my mother, she gave me that stability at home. She said, you fat and you fine, or you cute, you know, you beautiful, you're a beautiful black young lady, young girl. Anything anybody else said to me out there on that street, it didn't faze me. I knew my worth. It was at home. It was taught to me at home. When we teach our kids at home, no matter who they are, what they are loved and they are beautiful. When they go out there into the world and somebody comes at them with that negativity or whatever, they ain't trying to hear that. They ain't worried about it. I know where love matters and I know where it counts. I don't care. You know?
Right here at home.
But what about you? Let's talk about you.
Let's talk about me.
Let's talk about you in this subject. So, you do, okay, just to let you know, everybody know, probably because everybody know JaieBoo, quiet storm over there. JaieBoo has a son. Now let's talk about, if you open to it, talk about if the situation was yours.
We gonna come back and talk about that.
But let me ask the question so we can be prepared for it when we come back from break. If the situation was with your son, if he came to the table and said, this is what he is, or this is what he wants to do, this is how he feels, how would you react? And we'll talk about that when we come back from the break. Call in 214-431-5032, people.
festival will proceed on October 31st, 2020 as planned, just in a different format due to COVID-19. Local families and those from surrounding cities will receive free treat bags, care packages during the drive-through giveaway, and participate in early voting, starting at 10:30 a.m. until supplies last. Held at the MLK Jr. Community Center located at 2922 MLK Boulevard, Dallas, Texas, 75215. Donations are welcome. Be sure to follow us on Facebook for our live stream of music, poetry, culture, and more. For info, call 214-978-7164 or visit HarambeDallas.org.
Hi, this is Diane Marion Eunice, and I am a licensed marriage and family therapist. For the past 9 years, I have worked with over 300 couples in the areas of sexual health, communication, and conflict resolution. If you are interested in rebuilding connection and intimacy with your partner, please contact me today. I can be reached at 682-201-8175, or you can email me at diane@letstalkrelationships.org, or visit my website at www.lets.
We back
with Studies Reboot 2.0.
DK, the moderator creator.
It's JaieBoo taking and breaking hearts. You heard me?
Here we go. Studies back on the block.
DK, what is Studies?
Man, Studies is a lifestyle. On the show, we gonna talk about every topic down from the highs to the lows, and there's no topic off the table.
When we airing, DK?
We gonna do this every Friday, 9 to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. What we do? Lacing up the community one stud at a time.
One stud at a time.
Jump in.
Welcome back, family. I like to call you family now. You done stuck with us for about an hour, so now you family. So welcome back, family. Studies. Call in 214-431-5032. I think we do have a caller waiting on the line, but we ain't forgot about you, JaieBoo. We coming back to you. Who's on the mic?
Tracy's on the mic.
What's going on? Wait a minute, is this Chief?
What's up, boss?
Oh, I see you, Chief. Chief.
All right, what's going on?
Hey, man, you know the topic. We talking about generational curses. Now, I did see that you said up in there what you considered yourself as far as your label, you know, as a STEM. The question that we talking about kind of right now off of it is like, if your child came to you and said to you that they were gay or that they liked someone of the same gender or whatever, what would be your reaction? How would you handle that situation?
Well, I've been in that situation with my daughter. She's 34, and for all intents and purposes, I would say she's very much bisexual.
Okay.
And it didn't surprise me. It didn't shock me. I didn't look at her any differently. And, you know, even if my twin boys, if one of them told me, you know, hey, Pop, you know, I think I'm gay, I'd be like, okay, what can I do to help you through this transition? You know, that's the best I can do for them, you know, and support them, because it's not easy coming out.
Right. Right, that's true, yeah. So you saying, so the support, like I was saying earlier, support kind of starts at home. You know what I'm saying? If you prepare your children, like show them that it's accepted at home, or they're accepted, or they are okay with who they are, as long as it's not harming anybody, but as long as they are there, they feel that support at home and that love, that when they come out, you know, into the world, of course you're going to, you know, face opposition and people that are against it, but I think that they're better prepared for it when they know that home is supportive. They have that understanding.
Now, my 8-year-old grandson, he likes being a girl, he says. And, you know, he'll like going to the store if he's with his other nana, you know, and his auntie who's like the same age as he is, and she'll be like looking for a dress or whatever for something, and, you know, he'll be all into it. And then he told me one day, he says, you know, Gigi, he says, can I have a kitchen set? And I had a friend over. They were like, don't get that boy no kitchen set. You gonna make him gay. I'm like, I can't make him anything that he was born to be. Because to me, it's not a choice. For some, it may be a choice, but for true heart, you know, gay or lesbian people, it's not a choice, you know. So I told him, I said, leave him alone. You know, let him be who he wants to be. You know, he's got male role models in his life and everything. But if that's what he likes and that's what he feels comfortable in, I'm not going to take that away from him. And my other grandson, he loves RuPaul's Drag Race. You know, that's the only time I could get him to sit still. You know, so for me, I just accept it. And if you have a question, just come to me and ask. And if it's becoming a problem, say like in school or whatever, you know, then we'll handle it then. But if you don't have that support at home, I cannot imagine, because I didn't have the support at home. You know, I didn't fully come out to like my mid-30s. You know, even though I dressed studdish, you know, I still didn't feel comfortable because I didn't have that support. And when I did say it, everybody was like, "Well, we're glad you finally realized it, because we've known your whole life, basically."
Right.
You know, so
man,
it's just having that support system there.
I appreciate that, Tracy. Now, real quick, I ain't gonna hold you too long, but I do have a quick question. Now, you said that it was your mid-30s when you finally was open with it. Now, do you think those years of, I guess, being in the closet or being kept in a bottle, in a box or whatever, to make everybody else around, this is how I feel about it, make everybody else around you feel comfortable, you think those years of you being in that box may have hindered your healing or the process to where you are these days? Like, did it have like an effect on who you are now? And if so, like how?
I think it did have effect on me, and, you know, in a negative way and in a positive way. The positive way was what I went through, I never wanted to see another young lady or young man go through, having to hide who they were, you know, for the sake of keeping family around you, or your mom and dad still loving you, even though you're not what they wanted you to be. You know, For me, that's the positive. The negative was, it was just, you know, so uncomfortable. I mean, I've had pictures on Facebook with, you know, me, the wig, the makeup, you know, the whole 9 yards, just to make other people happy, you know. And that just, I think it was wasted time for me. You know, I could have been so much further, you know, in the community and been a better support for younger people trying to come out and be in a safe environment. I think I could have done a lot more, you know, had I not felt confined to keep it a secret, you know, because I was raised in a very religious household, you know. So that just wasn't, you know, that was so frowned upon, you know, and it was kind of, you know, beaten into you, you know. You know, God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, you know. That whole thing, that's what I constantly heard as a child and as a teenager. And it's just, no matter how many dresses and black patent leather shoes you put on me, it just wasn't me, you know. It just wasn't me.
Okay, JaieBoo, you got anything you want?
Yeah, I got a question. So, you say you got an 8-year-old grandson. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. So how do you talk to him? Like, how do you, you know, express to him that, you know, because you say you already know that there's a huge possibility that he may be gay, correct?
Yeah. I just let him be comfortable. And me and my wife, you know, we show him that it's okay to be who we are. And even if it's 2 men or 2 women or whatever comes, just be happy. And I told him, I said, you don't have to be ashamed of wanting to be a cook, or now, you know, he wants to do hair. You know, I just let him, I give him that freedom to figure out what he wants to be. You know, I don't say, okay, well, now I know that you feel the same way, I'm going to make you this way, or I'm going to try and change what you're feeling, which is what a lot of my friends say. You know, I should do. No, you shouldn't let him do this. You know, he's a boy. He's a boy. I said, but he also knows what his heart likes. You know, so I don't force it on him. But anything he asks, I give him the best answer I can. You know, that's age appropriate. You know, and I try and show him positive role models.
So
know,
do you?
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was sorry.
So do you actually, buy the dress that he may want? Like, do you, actually purchase it for him and talk to him about it, or do you kind of just, kind of blow it off a little bit because he's 8?
Like if we're shopping and he wants to go in the little girls department, we go. And he wants to look through, I don't stop it. People give me all kinds of stares, but I really don't care. I don't want to. I guess I don't want what happened to me happen to him, Right. And I always tell him, reassure him, Gigi's gonna love you no matter what you do or how you are, So, and like hair now, like he likes to comb and brush hair. I just let him do it, So, I have a lot of people against it in my, that's in my circle, but they don't know what it's like to be stuffed into a closet and afraid to come out because of what other people might think or feel, or the fact that, my mommy and daddy's not going to love me anymore, That's right. The one thing I don't want to happen to him. And luckily for me, my daughter is the same way. She's just, whatever they're going to be, they're going to be. Now, my 15-year-old granddaughter, she's a lesbian, She just came out, but she's kind of in the same position. She's with her grandmother, who devout Christian, and she probably just croak on the spot if she actually knew, that my granddaughter was a lesbian, And right now, I make sure she's okay. I tell her, you can call and ask grandma anything, I don't want you, because she can't join the school group for lesbian teens because she has such a tight rein on her that, she doesn't want her to find out. So I tell her, if you got a question or you feeling a certain way, you call grandma. Because she went through the bullying at school, because she liked girls. And, I was like, I had to step in there and go, it's not okay, because she did attempt to take her life behind this. And I said, baby, it's okay. I said, if you don't know anybody else loves you, grandma loves you.
Right.
Just the way you are,
And that's what it's exactly about.
I actually don't know how the young people today, it's maybe a little easier for you guys to come out, now, but I still think there's a big closet with a bunch of us in it still.
Right.
Because, it's kind of open but kind of closed.
Yeah, it's the doors are more open nowadays, but still there are still those that would like to keep it in the closet, and they still make it harder or try to make it harder to have the kids be more open with it. But like you said, as long as we show them at home the love and support, it doesn't matter what the outside world thinks about it. They know that as long as home is okay and they feel that love and that understanding, that compassion, that gets them through so many doors and through so many different obstacles that they go through being that way. So, Tracy, I appreciate you all the time, man. You've been on the show, been down for the show since day one, since I first started this, and I appreciate you for that.
Always, boss, anytime.
All right, Chief, keep tuning in. I love you.
All right, love you too.
All right. See, it's just all about support. That's what it's about. And that goes for anything. Like I said to you, my mother used to tell me, you fat. People call you fat, but you fat and fine. Whatever. She would actually give me ranks to go out and tell, like, when they come at me, it'd be like, who left the gate open at the zoo? That's old school. Don't do me. But she gave me ranks to go out there, and I was ready for them. Oh, you talking about, it's typical, you ugly. You know what I'm saying? You just go out there and you just start laughing about it, and I'm secure in myself because I know who I am. I love me no matter what,
Right.
But
Hello.
we got to, JaieBoo, I'm still coming to you. Don't act like you got off the hook. We got a call on the line. Hello? Thought we had somebody.
Hey, caller. Hey, caller.
Okay. Well, they'll call back in. So while we waiting for them to call back in, JaieBoo, you ain't off the hook, man. Come on. We giving you a little time.
Okay. So the question was, I do have a 10-year-old son, blessed to have him. And the question was, what would I do, right, if he came to me and expressed that he made, is that
Hello?
a call?
Yes.
Caller? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Who am I speaking with?
Tasha.
Okay, Tasha. It's great to meet you, Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tasha.
Nice to meet you, too. How you doing?
I know that, Tasha. I know
That's
that
right.
voice.
She said, you better, goddamn it. I've been chasing behind your butt since high school, boo. Don't play with me, girl.
I told you, quiet storm. I
That's my
told
boo.
you.
There, you look good out here, talking. Okay, I ain't gonna see y'all like this. Okay, so look. I just wanted to get my input because Lil Mama just said, oh, well, she ain't no little mama. She's 30-some years old. Okay, so I'm openly bisexual. I love it. I love the ladies. At first, hold on, before I go any further, who the hell said putting their hand out the window feel like boobs?
Don't do me. Don't come on this. Don't do me, Tasha. It do feel like a boob.
You could have me doing this shit all the time.
Do it. Don't do me, Tasha. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, I'm promoting whoever. Hey, whoever. I don't even know who I can get to sponsor me on that, but just put your hand out the window and just watch it. Feel like you cupping the boob, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
just to
Tasha.
do it. And you said I gotta wet my hand, right? I'm gonna wet it too.
Girl, I ain't never wet it. Don't give me no ideas, Tasha. I ain't never wet it. Not the wet it.
Make sure we got water in the car.
Right, just gonna sprinkle. Just Tasha,
Right? But look, I wanted to talk about this, because I'm openly bisexual, and I've been, bisexual for some years now, since I was little. Now, my thing is with the kids. I'm down for support, but I'm down for supporting around the time they get around teenagers. If a child is 8 or younger than 10 or something like that, I don't think we should coach them. I don't think we should, to do that. I don't think we should do that part. And the only reason I feel that way is because of how I started. I'm this way because a little girl named Brittany used to sneak under the stall in pre-K and kiss on me and lick on my little nipples. Then I had cousins that licked on my little tootie, So I wasn't this way by choice, So I wouldn't say I would support my child if my child, was making that transition. I'll sit down and talk with them to see what was going on. Because I ain't never have, my mother ain't never sit down and ask me like, well, what did you go through? Why did you decide to do this? When she found out, how I was, baby, she told me I was embarrassing. She said, you know how it feels for that goddamn bus driver to get off that bus and say your daughter was back there filling up somebody. I was filling her up too, child. Oh, I was filling all on the boobies, child. But baby, she was embarrassed, And I don't think that was too good. I wouldn't have that attitude, but I don't think I would support them. I feel like she probably should have just sat down and talked to me. Now, if my child come out and say they gay, my daughter, no lie, I kind of suspected. If she tell me she is, I wouldn't be mad. But if it's my son, I'm going to feel kind of, I'm going to feel like I fucked up in life. I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to let him do him and be happy. I wouldn't turn my back on him. He's still going to have my support. But I'm going to, it's just something I'm going to have to deal with because I'm going to feel like I fucked up as a parent. Because I let something happen.
Let me ask you this, Tasha, because that's another thing that I was thinking about, too. Because there is a difference. So you kind of sort of okay with your daughter, you kind of know it, but if your son did, what would make it harder for you to accept that than your daughter?
Well, because, I don't know, probably because I'm a female and I feel like, female and female ain't that bad. But when it comes to men and men, I feel like every man, make sure I say I feel like the men are being gay because they were touched on when they was kids. Like, almost every man I've talked to has that situation. So my thing is, if he do tend to turn that way, I'm going to feel like I messed up because I wasn't watching him close enough. Like, I wasn't paying that I wasn't giving him that attention to where I was protecting him.
So you would blame yourself if your son came out and told you that he may be gay?
Yeah, I let him be happy, but I would feel like, okay, something happened in your life that I felt like I should have known about. Like, we could have been through this together. You know
So
what I'm
when
saying?
do you talk to
Versus
him?
you having to deal with it
When do
on
you
your
ask
own.
him what has happened?
Huh?
When do you talk to him and ask him if something might have happened in his past?
You say, what if I asked him if something happened?
When would you ask him? When he
When
come
I-
out?
Well, when he come out, so I've asked my son before because I think I thought he was, he was giving a little, and we're acting like it. I ain't gonna lie, But if he come out and say he is, then it is what it is. At this point, my son is like 15. Like, he's old enough, but that boy, the baby boy of mine, oh no, we're gonna have to have a whole talk. We're gonna have to have a whole little family intervention. Something don't have to happen because I'm gonna have to kill somebody for such a child. I ain't got time for this.
And how old is he? The last one?
My baby boy is, shit, you asking me hard questions. I got 3. Let me pick. He's 10.
Tasha.
I said, hold up.
Yeah, he's 10.
Okay. So he at that age now was, what you said at 10. If he come out to you and tell you, I think I may be gay, so that means you're going to talk to him and what, steer him? Huh?
Well, I'm going to talk to him and try to figure out what's wrong. It's no point of me being mad at him or trying to whoop him for one. Like, that's nothing you could change because that's something you want. It's not nothing you're doing. That's just something that your body craves for and something you want. It's no change in it.
So you would accept it?
Huh?
So you will accept it?
Oh, of course. I'm openly bisexual. How would I look turning my back on my kids if they tell me they want to be in the same goddamn club as me? What I look like? A fool. That's hypocritical.
Okay.
I feel you, Tasha. I'm it's serious, but I feel you over here. I'm smiling because, like, first of all, you trying to figure out how old the youngest ones want. You like, I got 3 kids. And stuff. I'm saying too much.
I do. I'm glad you ain't asked when their birthday was, or I would have been like, you know what, we just gonna end this call because I don't.
Somebody call her. Hello, you still there, caller? Call her. Somebody get Tasha back on the line. She play too much.
I know where she at. She in Studewood somewhere.
Oh, she in Studewood. Put your business out there, Studewood.
What?
Nah, but Tasha, I feel you. I understand what you're saying. This is why the topic came up for us to talk about because there's so many different aspects of it. And like I said, we gotta open these doors and have communication about this so we can move forward from it because there's different aspects to it. We about to take a break real quick. We're going to roll through, but we're going to come back. We ain't through. Tasha, hang on. Please continue to call in. Once again, the number is 214-431-5032, or you can hit us up on fbrn.us, and this is Studish Podcast.
Lay him down like he in a lounge. Walk him down, 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 walk him down. I was posted on the corner where the J's at. Roll up in the 4x4, pull up at the Kobe, and I got red in my drink when I parked soda. I remember praying that the feds never
the Motorola. Chopper got the chopper, make him do a backflip. Pay my dog it down and walk him down, he need the racks. I've been taking all this codeine to the face. Got a lot of M's in the safe. Caught a murder, then I beat the case. I was just about to do race. Posted in front of the chopper, selling to the sun come down. Take a right off the map. When I hit him with this whole 100 round. Young jock in the club with my Glock. You wanna play and then this going down. We ain't hesitating, bullets get the blazing. I'ma lay on the
blowing me kisses, no 30 degrees, way too cold, so hold me tight. Will I see you at the show tonight? Will I see you at the show tonight?
Jury in the safe on arrival, pistol on J for survival. A lot of people gunning for the title, a lot of people trying to take us viral. I'm just trying to have a nice night though. Waiter brought a check for the meal. She said, babe, I think there was a typo. Nah, girl, I got it, that's light though. I can show you bigger things than that. It's gonna be a minute till I'm back. Let me get you images that last. Amex had a limit in the past. I had plenty women in the past. I done plenty sinning in the past. You don't need to know, but you can ask. Sticking on your backstage pass, all access, cause you bad. You could go wherever with that. Show to the shout, to the truck to the club for the party. You go in first with your girls, cause I don't know who's out there watching. But I do know one thing though, women, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday, Sunday, yo. Maybe I'll love you one day, maybe we'll someday grow. Till then I'll sit my drunk on that runway, on this one way.
2:30, baby, won't you meet me by the beam? Too early, maybe later, you could show me things. You know what it is whenever I visit Windy City, she blowing me kisses, no 30 degrees, way too cold, so hold me tight. Will I see you at the show tonight? Will I see you at the show tonight?
Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you guys for staying tuned with us. We got a few more minutes, but you know, topic still remains the same. Once again, if you just tuning in, you're going to get the best 20 minutes of your life right now. DK, the moderator, creator. You got JaieBoo, breaking and taking hearts. Is it breaking and taking hearts? Taking and breaking hearts? Okay, excuse me. I want to get there. We need to call a quiet storm. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do up in here. cupcaking and things over here on the line. But anyway, I want to thank you guys starting off for tuning in with us, giving us your time right now, talking about some heavy topics. We just had Tasha on the line. There is a stipulation out there, and I was gonna. She did a segue for it automatically. There is a difference between boys and girls. We feel like it's so. Society says it's okay for girls to be into girls. You don't like it, but it's more acceptable. But for a young man to be interested into a young man, it's kind of like sometimes for fathers, and then sometimes mothers, it'd be hard. You know. In the same topic though, JaieBoo, I'm segueing to you. What would be your outlook on things? Because, you know, I'm always going to go back to it.
So for me, you know, if my son expressed that he may be gay or he may like boys, just having a relationship with him to where he can come to me and talk to me about that right there, and it's my job, especially because of what I went through, when I couldn't come out. I couldn't talk to my mother. I couldn't talk to my brothers, my sisters. They all judge me. Everybody judge me. It's crazy because they gay now. But anyway.
Right.
But anyway, so if, with the generation being different now, if kids want to come out, they can actually come and talk to their parents or talk to somebody they trust or a counselor or someone else to guide them. I want to be able to talk to my son and be like, are you sure? How do you feel? What are the things that you're thinking? And how do we need to move forward? If you need me to take you to meet your friend and make sure that this friend is, maybe I need to talk to your friend too or anything like that. But, like I said, I wouldn't want him to experience what I experienced. I definitely got judged. I definitely got, I'm going to say low-key bullied a little bit.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Oh, we got a caller. A caller. Hey, caller.
Hi.
Hey. Who that?
This is Kimberly and not Kim.
You know what, Kim? Don't do that. Just bring the fried chicken. That's all you got to do.
I'll bring the fried chicken, the collard, whatever you want me to bring is problem.
Don't get on this show talking about you about to go there.
Well, before I give my response, I will say you are wearing the shit out of that gray. That gray is complimentary to your little red bone self. But let me answer.
Thank you, Kim. I'm about to go quiet storm on you. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
Hey, I'm a double Sagittarius with a triple Scorpio rising. I say what I mean what I say, and I just leave it at that. And I make no apologies for it. But
all right,
back to the subject at hand. Honestly, I feel like I have no other choice if my children came out to me to the unconditional, unwavering love as a mother would kick in. I really don't get, I can understand fathers not getting it, but we grow inside of our mothers, so I don't understand the disconnect. But it does exist.
Okay, true. Now, would you see there as a difference if it was your son or your daughter? Like, would it be harder for you to accept if it was your son or easily to accept if it's your daughter or vice versa?
Well, hot dog, hell no. No. They're both my children.
Right.
Now, as far as safety is concerned, I would be able to talk to my little girl a whole lot easier, even though her life is in jeopardy. It's not more in jeopardy than my son. So I would have to give him the raw and uncut version of everything these gay streets and gay bashing is about, because I grew up in the Matthew Shepard generation. So when I came out, it was life-threatening.
Right.
So he needs to understand that every step he takes as a black gay man is dangerous. Just being a black man, but black and gay, that's a double whammy right there.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Bad happen to
Okay.
gay men. Real bad things happen to gay men.
Yeah, that goes back to a whole nother topic. Yeah, it goes back to me what I be saying, like, you know, like they had the 3-strike rule. You know, you black, you gay, and then you know your gender. Sometimes it's like a 3 strikes when it's with a female. You're black, you're gay, and you're a female. You know.
So is Kimberly? Are you a stud or what? What is Kimberly?
I'm Esther S. I only date other studs.
Oh.
I am a BDS submissive and looking but not looking.
Oh.
That part.
Okay.
That part. Hey.
Okay.
I knew she was gonna get a run. I'm not gonna play with you, Kim. I knew you was gonna get a rundown on that. I met Kim.
Well,
on
if
one
you're
of my
bold
podcasts.
enough to ask me, I'm bold enough to answer.
I know you are, and don't ever be ashamed, especially not on my show. You know you can never be ashamed about whatever. And I'm glad you tapped in and said what you said. Now, like you said, I'm glad you said that too, because you said S for S, stud for stud. Do you think that gets highly, like, I guess frowned upon in the stud community or whatever? Do you think that's getting better than what it was before?
Well, to be honest, if you research us as gay people, even in the 1700s, you can find photos of boyish girls with each other. We didn't have these labels back then. We just know we loved women. We didn't even look at the dress code. We just knew she was fucking captivating.
Yeah.
So, you know, now, I'll be honest, the white gay community accepted me a whole lot easier than the black gay community as far as being S for S. And Lord forbid I throw BDSM submissive in there. They really get fucked up. So,
yeah.
If you go to the white side, you see 2 white boys, BOIS, together in their cargo shorts, they Nike or Oxford sandals, and they're holding hands and they're happy and they don't give a damn. But in our community, they're like, oh, they don't know. I've been called a gay faggot boy. I've been called a lot of things, but I have a tough alligator skin. I like what I like, and I'm not making no apologies for it.
Right.
So now I just give them a whole lecture, and I shut them down, and they get tired of talking, and I just keep talking.
Wow. Well, see, you just brought up something interesting. I appreciate you calling in, Kim, and putting your point of view out there. I figured you would be, after talking to you, I figured you would be open, because you pretty much open to whatever makes you happy. And that's how it should be. So I appreciate you calling in and putting your voice out there. I'll check you online.
I got to say one more thing.
All
we
right.
are planning my nephew's gay wedding. He fell in love for the very first time. Both of my nephews came out to me first before coming out to anyone else. But we're having our first gay black wedding in our whole entire family, and it's going to be awesome sauce. But I just had to share that. He's looking for venues now, and I'm just so fucking excited. I'm just so excited. Okay, now you can cut me off and put me off, but I had to share that.
Congratulations. Right. Congratulations.
Right, let me know when everything goes down. Are you doing the fried chicken?
Gotta have it.
Well, actually, I put the spoken word poetry because I write poetry too. So that's what I'm doing at his wedding.
Okay, just let me know when it is.
Okay, I definitely will. And I'll still be listening, you guys. Ciao, Bella.
Thanks, Kim. Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Right, let's do the whole name, whole government. Man, okay. Now, as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about it because she brought up something with the whole the stud for stud thing, and how it is. Except that's another thing too. That confused me in the beginning. When I was younger, that was the ideal when you put it out there with 2 women being together. Mm-hmm. It was like you used to look at the movies. It was what do you call it, like a butch black female, and the dyke mullet wearing white female, and they would be together, and you kind of like you wasn't given options of what a female relationship looked like. You just kind of like, I don't know if that's what it is that I want, or is it what I want? You wasn't given the options. Like, whereas now it's like it's transcended to where it's so many different options. Just because, like she said, she does a stud for stud, just because she, dresses like a boy or whatever, but she likes being with another stud. Does that change? Is that back in the day, that would change? That would kind of like, not, I ain't gonna say all the way back in the day, but like when we started, I guess I say feeling ourselves, it kind of changed. Like, nah, we dudes, we don't do with no other dudes. We only want films. That's it. Nah, we don't want to do that. What are you doing? And that, to me, once again, that's that generational curse where it's like you put a person in a box and you make them feel like they don't belong. So then they gonna make another box, and it's like I said, it's a cycle that continues. It be multiple boxes for things that could have been just put together in one. Like there's no limits, there's no boundaries. Right. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, my church in Houston that I go to is the Church Without Walls, and when I went to that church, it was like, what does that mean? There's no boundaries. You know what I'm saying? The church don't accept the walls. There's no boundaries to who can come through that door and how you feel and who you are. You are love, and you welcome in a house of love. And that's what I felt like we should have been back in my era, maybe before my era. You in a house of love, no matter who you are. You like another stud, hey, more power to you. You bisexual, hey, more power to you. You don't have to be excluded from a group because you're different. To me, what I say was studish, that's why I say stud-ish, because it's your interpretation. It's what you believe it is for you. I define what studish is for me. What I am as far as studish, it may be different from what you are and anybody else, and that is your right, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. So I define me, and that's why I say you define you. Right. So, but.
So DK, have you ever been hit on by a stud?
You gonna put that out there and Kinley just got off the line?
I'm just saying. So we talking about S for S.
Yeah. Have I? Yes.
How has your experience been with S for S?
I've been hit on by studs. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm okay. I'm like, all right. I'm not gonna judge it as far as what it is. I just, for me, I don't know. It's always been a film. Do I like a dominating film? Yes, I do. I ain't gonna lie about it. I like somebody aggressive or whatever. You gonna put my business out there like that? Yes, I like somebody aggressive. But
if y'all aggressive, y'all hit up.
Yeah, I like that quiet store right there. I can give you that too. Okay, a little bit. Nah, but I mean, I've been hit on by men, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I've been hit on by gay men. It's just like when you secure in who you are, it doesn't matter who it is. You like, thank you, I appreciate it. It's just like that dude wearing a pink shirt. A lot of dudes like, oh, why you wearing pink? He's secure in himself to wear that pink shirt. It don't matter what he wear.
He cute.
Right. Be you. I'm going to sit at that bar with that gay dude, and I'm going to be like bend over or whatever. Just playing, just joking. I don't want to go too far. But, I mean, we going to pass a drink around. You buy a drink, I buy a drink. We can talk and flirt, whatever it is, what it is. I go home. You know what I'm saying? You go home. That's it. But I'm not finna be like, when you become like that, like phobic of it, it's like, yo, that person, he thinks thank you for thinking I'm attractive. I appreciate it. Yeah. Nah, it's when straight men, I'm not gonna lie, it's when straight men hit on, it's just like, dude, I'm wearing the same thing as you, dog.
Yeah, we got the same motives, bro.
Bro, you just heard me in the club. I was trying to get with your girl, and you sitting up there for real. Ain't no threesome over here, son. But that's what it. It kind of like. But I'm just like, yo, he's a dude. As I got older, I'm like, it's a dude. He's whatever. He's down for whatever. But I mean, I'm securing myself now to know that I want what I want, and I don't care if they like it or not. So, any other questions? You want to put my business out there?
Nah, I ain't got any more questions for you because I don't want you to hit me with them.
Cause they coming back at you.
I'm JaieBoo taking and breaking horse. Quiet storm.
Y'all heard over there with that. Talking about next question.
Next question.
All right, we running on time, but I did want to ask you a question though. Did we even finish with your answer?
We did for the most part,
Cause you got interrupted a couple times. I mean, we can finish that.
Y'all want to call and interrupt me one more time? We want to call. But let's talk about the brand. Let's talk about studies. When did you y'all listen? I got brought on by DK, and I respect it. And she's respecting the fact that she's bringing me on, and I can be a part of studies as well. So, when did you create studies, and what does it mean for you?
I created studies a few years ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I created it. It just and I actually got myself branded. I got the little studies. Don't check out the.
If only y'all can see that. If only y'all can see this.
Studies right there.
Tat it, tat.
Yeah, I felt like if I didn't believe in my own brand, then who else would? So I got it done permanently on me. And studies for me is, once again, like I said, there's no limits. There's no boundaries. I think like I said, we're afraid of labels, and like people have that no, I'm team no label, and not realizing that's still a label. It's still a label. Don't be afraid of that label if that's you. If that role or if that demeanor or that mentality is you, everything in that box may not be checked off. And who's to say what all's supposed to be in that box to be checked off, to be what a stud is? True. It's like you making up your own form to what makes you feel like that you a stud, or what makes you decide that this is who you are. It's all up to you. I can't tell you. So for me, it's just that it was just that brand that to me would open up doors to not have those boundaries or those limits for us as studs. So
okay.
But just to let you go, we're going to take another quick break or whatever. But I want to let you guys know, appreciate you guys for calling in, tuning in with us. The show is almost over. I'm into doing promotions and sponsorships for the show as well. If you want to get highlighted or shouted out to on the show with your business, we always look for small businesses as well. Tune in with us, get with me, inboxes. JaieBoo, Quiet Storm is over there as well. So inbox us and let us know.
I think you are something special. I take you on a shopping spree, cause I'm so into you. I'm so into you. I'm so into you. I'm so into you, baby. What you like, what you wear? Say the name, say the price, put them diamonds on your head. Shining like a chandelier. What's your thoughts, what's your fears? Yeah, I need that real love. Talking Robbie and Whitney. You don't gotta worry about nothing as long as you with it. Cause it gets sticky. That's why I keep it glizzy. Right around through my city. Cassandra, Kanisha, Kanika, and Tisha. Lisa and Tisha. Them cause I don't need them. All them street shit. Staying in the field, they on the bleachers. On your back, I start applying that lotion. So deep, I'ma go in. Pulling all on your sewing. I'm Pop Smoke, but you know all my governments. All that gangsta bitch, you be loving it. She love how I'm thugging it. Oh, you like that? Shorty brown and petite, fly in the street, a demon in the sheets. Mother was a lawyer, her father the police. They be working long hours, so she always had the free. She said I could come with her, get hot up in the streets. I'm a gorilla in the jungle and a shark up in the sea. She like, Papa, you so fire, but get up out the streets. I'm like, baby, what you mean? What you mean? I think you are something special. I take you on a shopping spree, cause I'm so into you. I'm so into you. I'm so into you. I'm so into you, baby. My God, my God, you are something special. I take you on a shopping spree, cause I'm so into you. I'm so into you. I'm so into you. I'm so into you, baby.
We back
with Studies Reboot 2.0.
DK, the moderator creator.
It's JaieBoo taking and breaking hearts. You hear me?
Here we go. Studies back on the block.
DK, what is Studies?
Man, Studies is a lifestyle. On the show, we gonna talk about every topic down from the highs to the lows, and there's no topic off the table.
When we airing, DK?
We gonna do this every Friday, 9 to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. What we do? Lacing up the community one stud at a time.
One stud at a time.
Jump in.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning back in. We about to down on the show. We appreciate you guys once again for tuning into the first show. Studies. Everybody give JaieBoo clap. She came in wreck shop. Look at your little fan club. The class time will be back next Friday, 9 to 11 Central Standard Time. All right.
Call me.
Look at see. Call her. Hit her up. Tasha, call back.
Tasha, where you at?
There you go. I remember you on the bus. I'm not gonna play with y'all tonight. But JaieBoo wanted to close out and let you know a little something. Studies.
Oh, you know, listen, we got shirts, we got hoodies, we got thermals, we got everything you need. We got masks, we got hats. I ain't got them right now, but we gonna get them. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get them. You know, if y'all wanna purchase a Studies shirt or a hoodie or whatnot, y'all, you know, I'ma post. DK gonna post. When we get the link, we gonna go from there. But that's coming soon.
Yep.
We working on that. Y'all represent, you know.
Show us you love us. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate y'all.
I may throw card storm on the back. You know what I'm saying? I may put JaieBoo on the bottom for y'all.
Right.
But,
Okay.
you know,
We
want.
We can do the personal labels on that. Talk about Team Quiet Storm in there. Team DK on the back. Hey.
Yeah.
Don't do me. Okay. JaieBoo over here. We got 3 shirts for her. We got camo and all that. We got all that going on for JaieBoo. But I want to say that I'm excited about what we got going on right here and how far we're going to go with this. We're looking to do more and bring more people into the aspect of things, promotion-wise, sponsorships and things like that. I'm looking to go in. Like I said, I'm always supporting small businesses. Anybody want me to do a shout-out, put you on the show, express, please let me know, inbox me. I'm also looking for a small business shoe store locally, either in Dallas or Houston. I want to go in and do a promotion with that as well, to try to do something for a community service award or whatever. But I'll go into that later once I can talk to you guys about it. But there's so much that I want to do, and I want to aim it at small businesses. So I want to give you the business as well as put you out there as well. So please get with me, inbox me, and we can talk over some business and things like that as well. So, but JaieBoo is out here promoting shirts and stuff like that. Studies. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle over there. So
taking and breaking hearts. Now let me.
You know, you see how she did that? See how she did that too? All right.
Hey, let me give y'all my social media in case y'all need to look for me.
Girl, I thought she said her social. I was like, boy, she old.
Hey, they ain't getting that. But
everybody
look,
getting credit.
My social media is the same. It's JaieBoo. It's JaieBoo. That's Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, all of that. Y'all go and follow me, all right? DK, you want to give me your...
Look, I got so many of them. Okay, you guys know me on Facebook, DK. You got me on my whole government name is on Facebook, so you can find me. Dakota Weathersby. I'm the only one. I got the Yankee fitted on there. You see me. As far as IG goes, unrated DK all day. You know what I'm saying? There's no limits for me. I told y'all. Also selling paparazzi jewelry. I'm gonna put myself out there. I do it all, people. I'm a hustler by nature. That's how I go. Whatever you need, I get it. That's how I do.
That's what's up.
You know. So. But you can catch me on any social media, IG, Snapchat. I don't even know what my Snapchat is, but I'm pretty sure if you look up Dakota Weathersby, I'm the only one that you'll find on there. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in and showing us love. Be prepared for the next show. I ain't going to give you no hints about what's going on, but it's going to be just as live as this one. But we had to start off kicking down doors and letting you know we in the building. JaieBoo is in the building. Don't let the quiet voice fool you.
I'm here, y'all.
Look at that.
I'm here.
All the time. Come back. We live at 9 to 11. JaieBoo is on the mic. Quiet storm.
JaieBoo too smooth.
See, See what I'm saying? I can't ever end it because she gonna end it. That's how she was on the promo.
Hey, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Man,
no, let me stop.
I promise you, like we only took one take for the promo. That's it, just one take. And I was like lacing up the community one stud at a time. And I thought it was gonna end there, but she came back and was like one stud at a time. I said, oh man, JaieBoo came on the mic, quiet storm living. Okay, I'm feeling it. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you, JaieBoo, for taking on the assignment. I love you for it. I appreciate you. Let's make this brand. I put this in your hand. Much love, much love. This is us. Even though it's some image that came to me in my head and it came to me about in love, I'm sharing it with you. Let's go to the top with it. It ain't just my man. It's us 50-50. Let's go for it.
Let's go.
Studish.
We out.
Woo!
Hey, bitch, good looking for
That's made me believe it. That's made me believe it. Believe you won't deceive me. That's made me believe it.